What's up guys, this is Tariq from smartbuytrends.com. Apple TV is a very easy, cheap, and a convenient way to run Zwift. Zwift has a native Apple TV app which you can download directly from the Apple TV store and run Zwift on the Apple TV and broadcast it directly to your Apple or to your TV. Personally, I have been using it since Zwift released their Apple TV app and really never had an issue with it. It just works and very quick to start and just get going. The Apple TV remote, however, is a very simple device with a small number of buttons. Whether you hate it or love it, I think it's a little nifty remote and it just works well. Maybe not so much in Zwift, but you can do a lot with this remote, and I'm going to go over some tricks and tips and how to use this remote with Zwift or even other Apple TV apps, and some shortcuts that might make things a little easier for you. So in this video, I'll walk you through some of the tips and tricks I know, and if you know of any, let me know down in the comment section, and if you find this video helpful, hit that like button. My first tip is to get a protective case for this remote control. The remote control itself is very slippery and you can easily drop it, and this case will make it much easier to hold, especially when your hands are sweaty. Also, the remote tracking surface is made from glass, and you know, glass breaks. The remote itself is $59, so it's not cheap to replace. I already broke one, and that's why you see I have a protective case on it. You can use your phone, by the way, to control your TV. The remote app is available in your control center under setting, customize controls, and just include the Apple TV remote. And now you can easily access it by going to the control center by just dragging your finger from the top of the right corner of the screen. Back to the case. I got this case off of Amazon for about $7, and it comes in different colors, and I will leave a link in the description so you can check it out. Navigating the Zwift menus with the Apple TV remote can be a little bit of a challenge. Yeah, trying to do everything with this remote can be a challenge, but also it does not help that Zwift interface isn't really optimized for Apple TV. You can adjust the sensitivity of the remote control by going to settings, remote, and devices. You can adjust it here to fast, medium, or slow. I personally have it on medium. Play with these settings and see which one works best for you. The changes are going to be very subtle, so just play with the settings and see which one makes the navigation a little bit easier for you. You might need to force close Zwift from time to time, or any app on the Apple TV for that matter. You can do that by double pressing on the home icon or home button. And just like if you are familiar with iOS, switching apps on the iOS device, you can go to the app that you want by sliding your finger on the touch surface, and once you get to the app that you want to close, just slide your finger up like that and it will close. Now also take advantage of Siri. I know she might not be perfect, but she is good and can make certain tasks a little easier for you. You can activate Siri by pressing this microphone button, and you can tell her anything you want to do. For example, hey Siri, open Zwift. And here we go. You can also ask Siri to play music for you, or pause music, or skip to the next track. So for example, play music. And you can do that while Zwifting, running, or cycling. And you can just ask her, skip, and skip to the next track. Pause. So yeah, it's pretty nifty, so take advantage of Siri and let her do these kind of things for you. Sometimes Zwift or any other app or Apple TV itself run into issues and you might need to restart the Apple TV. So you can do that by going to Settings, System, and Restart, or another shortcut is to hold down the menu and the home button and just hold them down for a little bit, and about maybe 4 or 5 seconds later it will force a restart. And while we wait for it to restart, let's talk about the home button. The home button by default is programmed to go to the Apple TV app. The Apple TV app is different than the Apple TV. This is the Apple TV app. This is where you can go and watch shows and movies and things like that. By default, if you press this home button, it will take you there, but you can change that. And if you go to settings and again, remote and devices, and go to home button, you can change it to go to the home screen, and the home screen is basically this screen instead of taking you to the Apple TV. You can also achieve this by holding down the menu button for a few seconds, and it will also take you back to the home screen. But I found it easier just to program the remote control because I honestly do not hardly ever use the Apple TV app. So just if you are 3 or 4 apps down or menus down, you can just, and you want to go back to the home screen, you can just press this button and it will take you directly there. Now the screensaver on the Apple TV will turn on after, depends on the settings, maybe a minute or two, but you can force it to start by, if you are in the home screen, you can just press on the menu button again, and as long as you are on the top, then it will start the screensaver. Or you can also force it to sleep by pressing and holding down the home button, and you'll see that sleep button or menu up on top there, and just force the app to sleep. Another cool feature is if you press and hold down the play button, it will bring up the Bluetooth devices, and you can select another Bluetooth. So if you have an AirPods and you want to listen to music from the Apple TV or a movie, you can just switch the audio output device right from here. You have to be on the home screen though. You cannot do it directly from Zwift, for example. I also like to arrange my apps in a certain way, and I like to see them, like you see here, all on top. So for example, Zwift is the first app I have here, and then I have other fitness apps, and then YouTube towards the end. So usually when you download a new app, Apple TV will just drop it all the way to the bottom. So you can move it around if you press and hold on the touch screen. Let's say PBS, I want to move it around, so you can just press and hold until it starts dancing like this, and then you can just drag it and drop it anywhere you want. If you move the app inside on top of another app like this, it will create a subfolder, and now you have you can organize, for example, the same type of apps inside one subfolder. If you want to take it out of there, you just kind of move it out, and it will take it out of that subfolder. Zwift release updates very frequently. You can turn on automatic update in settings, so the Apple TV will update it for you automatically. This is usually turned on by default, but if not, you can check to see if it is by going to settings and under apps, and you can set automatically updates app to on. If you want to force an app to update, you can go to the App Store, search for Zwift, or find it under purchase apps. So here's the Zwift update that I did not install yet. So I'm just going to initiate the update now, so I don't have to wait for Apple TV to run the update for me. Usually I have to do this when Zwift release a new course overnight and I want to check it out and ride it right away. When you are riding in Zwift and you get a power up and you want to use it, you can just press the play button and it will activate it for you. Also, while running, pressing the play button will bring up the goals menu, and you can select the goal that you want to. Okay, that's all I have. If you know of any other tricks or tips that you know of, let me know down in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.